is undergoing a massive facilities campaign. Taking a look at the new Welsh-Ryan Arena. They're going to play at the All-State Arena next year, and then they will unveil the new Welsh-Ryan $110 million facility, a new practice facility as well. They got a leadership gift of $20 million for that, so a ton of money going into Northwestern basketball, and the man who has spearheaded that effort is with us now, Dr. Jim Phillips, the Vice President of Athletics and Recreation. And Jim, you have to be thrilled with everything that's happening here facilities-wise.
It's been wonderful, Dave. I think it's the last missing piece for us to have a really competitive, successful basketball program, not only in the current state, but in the future. So we're really excited. As you mentioned, as soon as the Purdue game ends on that last weekend of the regular season, we will officially move to All-State Arena in Rosemont and spend about 18, 19 months really renovating this facility as one of the very best in college basketball.
Give people a sense for what it's going to look like. We saw the artist rendering, but what are kind of the big features of the new Welsh-Ryan Arena?
The court and the structure itself, the structure itself will stay, but everything else is coming out. We'll move the floor to the north so that it'll allow a bigger area for an entranceway, but it'll also allow a club space for that type of entertainment. It'll be chairback seatings throughout, with the exception of behind the baskets, where we'll have some bleacher seats for students, encouraging them to stand up.
Don't get too comfy.
Not to get too comfortable. And we'll take the practice gym and move it across the way. As you showed, the Treenan's Performance Center will have 3 full-length basketball courts, and it will really be the day-to-day operation for our basketball program.
So complete game changer, no doubt, for you guys, facilities-wise. And it looks like you'll have an awfully good team playing in those facilities. Obviously, the arrow is pointing up. What has impressed you the most as you've watched Chris Collins here over the last 4 years build this into a program that now is contending at the top of the Big Ten?
Yeah, well, I think the student-athletes deserve the most credit, obviously, with Chris and his staff, but it was a very conscious decision when we made a change that we were going to try to build it for long-term stability, long-term success. And it really, Dave, I know there's been a lot of talk about the NCAA tournament, and that's a wonderful mark if we could ever get there, and maybe this is the year, I'm not sure. When you've only played 2/3 of a basketball conference season, there's still so much left to be played for, but that'll be for another conversation. But it was really about putting the foundational pieces together, that we were going to do it 1 year at a time, and each recruiting class would help us show us the map of how to have some success. And when you look at Chris's teams, 14 wins, then 15 wins, then 20 wins last season, and then 19 and counting this year, I think it's exactly what we had hoped for. And I think Chris has evolved as a coach. I think he'd be the first to admit that he's a better coach today than when he was when we first hired him. And I think that's reflective of the program. It's better today than when he got on board here 3.5+ years ago.
I know you well enough to know that, look, your title includes recreation, so you deal with all the students on campus, not just the student athletes. I know you focus on all of the athletic teams, but your revenue sports, football and men's basketball, are in the best position, arguably, they have ever been in simultaneously. What has been the biggest key to getting to that point?
Well, I think you got to have the right leadership, and I certainly love Fitz running our football program and Chris. Those are the 2 anchors of our department. I love all 19 teams, but those 2 programs have to be healthy, financially as well as athletically. And then I think it starts at the top with our president, Morty Shapiro, our chairman of the board, Bill Osborne, and the support that we've received. Dave, we have over $400 million worth of facility work right now, with 265 going on at the lakefront, with 110 in Welsh-Ryan, with the 20 million plus for the Treenan's Performance Center. I think all of this has come together at the same time, and I don't think that it's by accident that this is happening right now. And it's for the student athletes, and really proud of where we're at right now, but I really believe there's a better destination for our department, and football and basketball in particular, as we go into the future.
Well, no coincidence that has happened under your leadership. Jim Phillips does a phenomenal job here as the Vice President of Athletics and Recreation, and always kind with your time. Thanks a lot, Jim. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave. Go Cats.
So that is Jim Phillips. And